I'm at a Beijing park where parents usually find husbands for their daughters. But today is different. Many successful women in their 30s are here, doctors, managers, teachers. They're called leftover women, but the real problem is there aren't enough good men for them. China has more men than women, but these smart, independent women can't find equal partners. Many men still want younger, less successful wives.
I have been alone for many years now. Every day feels the same, empty and quiet. I see other women my age with their husbands, holding hands, laughing together, and my heart aches. I want that too, but no man seems to want me. They look at me, then turn away. Some pretend to be friendly, but none stay. I know what I deserve. A man should be tall, with good manners, a steady job, and his own house. He must respect me, take care of me, and never raise his voice. He should be handsome too, not too old, not too fat. Is that too much to ask? My friends tell me to lower my expectations, but why should I? I have waited this long, I won't settle for less. Yet, the years keep passing. The matchmakers sigh when I repeat my conditions. The men who show interest are always lacking, balding, poor, or rude. I refuse them all. Better to be alone than with the wrong man. But sometimes, in the dark of night, I wonder if I am the problem. Maybe I am too proud. Maybe my standards are too high. But then I remember, I have worked hard, I have lived well. I deserve the best.
She clings to her list of demands like a life raft, blind to the irony. The very standards meant to protect her have become the bars of her own cage. Men aren't rejecting her, they're rejecting the impossible fantasy she worships. Yet she'd rather starve than lower herself to reality.
I don't understand why it's so hard to find a good man my age. Every time I go out, young men come up to me, smiling and talking sweet. But what do I want with a boy who could be my son? They don't know anything about life, about struggles, about raising a family. They just want someone to take care of them or show off to their friends. Where are the men who have lived, who understand what it means to work hard, to lose, to keep going? The ones who know how to treat a woman with respect, not just empty flattery. I see them sometimes, older men, walking alone or sitting in the park. But they don't look at me. Maybe they want someone younger, prettier, someone who hasn't seen as much as I have. I'm not asking for much. Just a good man, steady, with a kind heart. Someone who remembers the old ways, when people stayed together through good and bad. But it feels like those men are gone. The young ones don't want wisdom, and the old ones don't see me. So here I am, waiting for nothing. It's lonely, but what else can I do?
You say there are no good men left, but are you still the kind of woman a good man would want? The young ones bore you, the old ones ignore you. Maybe the real problem isn't them. Maybe it's you.
If you are new to the channel, consider subscribing.
For many years I thought being single was fine. I had a good job, my own apartment and freedom. I didn't want to rush into marriage. I thought, I'll find the right man someday. But now I feel deep regret. All around me my friends are married. They have husbands, children, and family dinners. But I go home to an empty house. No one asks me how my day was. No one is there when I'm sick. My parents are getting old. They worry about me. Who will take care of you when we're gone? They ask. I don't have an answer. When I was younger, many men liked me. But I always said, not good enough. I wanted someone perfect. Now most good men are married. The ones left either don't want me or just want a wife to take care of them. I was proud of my independence. But now I see I was just afraid. Afraid of love, afraid of losing my freedom. But what is freedom without someone to share life with? If I could go back, I would tell myself, don't wait too long. Love isn't perfect, but being alone is harder. Now I may never have a family. I may grow old alone. To young women reading this, don't make my mistake. Don't let pride and fear steal your chance at love. A happy marriage is better than lonely freedom. I believed in love, in compatibility, in holding out for a man who matched my education, ambition, and values. I built a career and stayed independent, yet at every family gathering the same question, when will you get married? But now I'm tired. Tired of the pitying looks, tired of being the successful but lonely cautionary tale. My parents are aging, my friends are all married with children, and society's whispers grow louder. Your standards are too high. No man is perfect. So I've made a decision, I'll lower my standards. I no longer need a man who earns more than me, who speaks fluent English, who loves art galleries and foreign films. If he has a stable job, even just okay, that's fine. If he's a little bald or has a small apartment, I'll overlook it. If he's divorced or even a bit traditional, women should cook more. I'll learn to compromise. I just need a man, someone to silence the critics, to fill the empty seat at family dinners, to post couple photos with on WeChat. Someone to prove I'm not leftover, that I'm still desirable.
Life in China has been lonely for me. Many women my age are married, but I am still alone. It is not easy to find a good man here. The young ones want younger wives, and the older ones already have families or want someone different. I have tried meeting people, but it never works. No one seems to want a woman like me. I have heard stories of women who went abroad and found happiness. Maybe it is time for me to try. Some say men in other countries appreciate women like me, women who are kind, hardworking, and loyal. I do not ask for much, just a good man who will treat me well. China is my home, but home feels empty without someone to share it with. If I cannot find love here, then I will look somewhere else. Maybe far away, there is a man who will see my worth. I am not afraid to start over. I just want a chance to be happy.
She blames China for her loneliness, but maybe the problem isn't the country. It's her. Running away won't fix what she refuses to see. Love isn't something you find by changing locations. It's something you build. And if she hasn't found it yet, perhaps she should look inward first.
In Beijing's famous matchmaking park, dozens of women, many in their 30s and 40s, hold signs listing their jobs, education, and personal qualities. Yet despite their efforts, very few men show interest. Parents and matchmakers say these educated, successful women struggle to find partners because many men prefer younger brides or choose not to marry at all. Some women wait all day, only to leave disappointed. Experts explain that China's gender imbalance and traditional views on marriage make it difficult for these women to find love. The park stays busy with hopeful singles, but for now, true matches remain hard to find.
I have had enough. Enough of men, enough of their nonsense, enough of their childish behavior. I don't know what happened to real men, the kind who were responsible, mature, and knew how to treat a woman with respect. These days, all I see are overgrown boys who only care about themselves, their games, and their stupid egos. I'm done. Completely done. I'd rather be single for the rest of my life than waste one more second on men who don't deserve my time. Every time I meet a man, it's the same story. They act sweet at first, pretending to be interested, pretending to care. But sooner or later, the mask falls off. They show their true colors, selfish, lazy, emotionally stunted. They can't communicate, they can't commit, and they certainly can't handle a strong woman. They want someone who will baby them, clean up after them, and stroke their fragile pride. Well, I'm not their mother, and I refuse to raise a grown man. I've seen it all. The ones who ghost you when things get real. The ones who expect you to do everything while they sit around doing nothing. The ones who throw tantrums when they don't get their way. The ones who think they're gods just because they have a job and a car. Please. Having basic adult responsibilities doesn't make you special, it makes you normal. But so many men act like they deserve a medal for doing the bare minimum. And don't even get me started on dating. It's a joke. Men my age either want much younger women because they're too insecure to handle someone with experience, or they're still stuck in their teenage mentality, playing games, and avoiding anything serious. They want all the benefits of a relationship without putting in any effort. They want loyalty but can't even be honest. They want respect but don't know how to give it. I'm tired of being disappointed. I'm tired of giving chances to men who don't appreciate me. I'm tired of hearing empty promises and watching them walk away when things require a little effort. I deserve better. Every woman deserves better. But if better doesn't exist, then I'd rather be alone. At least when I'm single, I have peace. I don't have to deal with broken expectations, wasted time, or emotional exhaustion. So yes, I choose to stay single. Not because I can't find a man, but because I refuse to settle for less than I deserve. If that means spending the rest of my life alone, so be it. I'd rather have my dignity than a relationship that drains me. Men want to act like children? Fine. But I won't be the one cleaning up their messes anymore. I'm done.
This is the classic tale of frustration. Bitter, sweeping, and utterly convinced that half the world's population is the problem. Yet in all this anger, there's no self-reflection, no pause to wonder if maybe the common denominator in every failed encounter is herself. But no, it's easier to blame men as a whole than to admit that love, at any age, takes patience, humility, and a willingness to see flaws in the mirror as clearly as those in others.
I just don't understand why so many Chinese men spend all their time playing video games instead of being in a relationship. I'm a single woman in my late 20s, and it feels impossible to find a man who is serious about dating. Every time I meet someone, they seem more interested in their games than in getting to know me. I've been on dates where the guy checks his phone every few minutes to see if his game has updated. Some even cancel plans last minute because they want to play with their online friends. It's frustrating because I'm ready to build a real connection, but they'd rather level up in a virtual world than put effort into a real relationship. I know not all men are like this, but it feels like gaming has become a bigger priority than love for so many of them. They say they're too busy or tired after work, but then they spend hours staring at a screen. I don't hate video games, but I wish they could balance their hobbies with real life. Sometimes I wonder if they're avoiding relationships because games are easier. No emotions, no compromises, just instant rewards. But real love takes work, and I'm tired of waiting for someone who's willing to put down the controller and choose me.
I'm so tired. Tired of the lies, tired of the games, tired of wasting my time on men who bring nothing but disappointment. I have had enough. And I want every woman out there to hear me: boycott men. Just stop. Stop giving them your energy, your love, your patience. They don't deserve it. Look at what men have done. They promise you the world, then disappear when you need them. They say they want a strong woman, but the moment you stand up for yourself, they call you difficult. They expect you to cook, clean, and look perfect, but what do they bring to the table? Laziness, selfishness, and excuses. I used to believe in love. I used to think if I was kind, understanding, and loyal, I would find a good man. But no. Every time, it's the same story. They take, and when you ask for the bare minimum, they act like you're asking for too much. They want a mother, a maid, and a trophy, but they don't want to be a real partner. And don't even get me started on marriage. So many women get trapped with men who change after the wedding. They stop trying. They think they own you. They expect you to sacrifice your dreams, your happiness, just to serve them. And for what? So they can ignore you, disrespect you, or worse. No. Enough. I'm done. And you should be too. Stop waiting for them to change. Stop hoping the next one will be different. They won't. Focus on yourself. Build your life, your career, your happiness, without them. Men are not the prize. You are. Let them be alone. Let them realize what they've lost. Maybe then they'll learn. But until then, we don't need them. We don't need their empty words, their broken promises, their half-hearted efforts. We are better off without them. So to every woman reading this, boycott men. Save yourself the heartache. You deserve so much more than what they're willing to give. And until they learn to do better, walk away. Your peace is worth more than their nonsense.
Your rage is justified, but your solution is weak. Blaming all men is lazy. It's easier than admitting you picked the wrong ones or ignored red flags. Yes, dating is a minefield of mediocrity, but screaming boycott men just makes you sound bitter, not empowered. Real power isn't swearing off men, it's leveling up, so trash ones can't even reach you. It's refusing to tolerate BS instead of crying when they hand it to you. You think men are the problem? Then why do some women still find good partners? Because they demand better instead of whining about the worst. Stop the tantrum. Either get smarter or stay angry, but don't act like victimhood is a strategy. The world doesn't care about your boycott. Men won't change because you're sulking. Only you can fix your standards. So do that.